Are you ready? It's about to go down. Fast Food Diaries. Yeah, we about to talk about all that. You ever worked in fast food? Yeah. And don't forget, we know what we think. But we want to know what you think. Leave a comment. And as always, thank you for your support. Peace. Yo, what up? What's going on?
Hey, how you doing? How's it hanging? How's it been?
Good. Everything's good. Everything's good. How you been today?
Doing good. Can't complain.
Can't complain. I mean, you have a pretty strong week.
Pretty strong week. It's solid. It's solid. I can't say. Been a solid week.
That's what's up, y'all. Gonna make sure this look right over here, y'all. I know it's free, but we still owe y'all the right quality that you're expecting. So that's what's up, y'all. Good, another week. You know, Fast Food Diaries, real stories from people who actually worked at fast food. Some of them good.
Some of them bad,
huh? And some of them, man, leave you shaking your head.
Most of them do.
Right. Make sure y'all tune in. I think next week probably gonna cover some of these recent stories with these people having these issues keeping their hands and their words to themselves.
Hands and words.
Yeah, hands and words. Yeah. So y'all, for those who just blindly say you know, it's one way or another, we're gonna deep into that situation next week. So
okay,
y'all don't know, make sure y'all tune in next week. It's one of our topics. So
let's get it.
Want to start now again. Shout out to everybody, Uncle G's, Doc Bookshop. Thank y'all for the support. So if you haven't heard of them, it's a bookstore, you know, out here in Fort Worth. So if you haven't, go check them out. Really great people. So today, y'all see the title?
Yep.
What you got? What's the title?
Toxic Avengers.
Toxic Avengers. Oh, not the super team?
No, not the ones we all know and love. Not Captain America and all them people.
Oh, not the.
Even though my nephew, or my cousin nephew, is a big fan, he knows all of them. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, not them people.
Yeah, okay. Well, this is gonna be the people that you probably
so you
people
you want to avoid.
Picking in the basketball, y'all play basketball and you pick the
people you try to avoid. Yeah.
So sorry, y'all. Just making sure stuff is good over here. All right, y'all. We're gonna talk about toxic people in the workplace, right?
Yeah.
Some
We
of
all
that
have
kind of
it.
stuff. A couple things we see on, of course, we're gonna go through our Instagram, and we're gonna actually review one of our reenactments of really toxic type of worker, right?
Yeah.
So before we get in, I can say this. I had one guy. Let me tell you this. I had one dude that burnt my arm because he came to work drunk.
Oh, wow.
Man, it was crazy. So I'm in one position, and he's on the other side of the kitchen. And what he's supposed to do is take up the food, use some tongue, put it in another pan, and put
Yeah.
it in a shared little cart, so I could just pull from this side. He thought in his drunkenness that it would be better to take the basket from the fire and just dump it over there on the where I was at. So I wasn't expecting this hot basket to be right here where I'm moving quick. So I was generous. I gave him a full minute to leave before he had a minute. I gave him a minute, so he took the minute. Took the wise advice, and
Yeah.
because he was drunk, and I said, man, look, you in here drunk, you in
Cause an
here
injury.
jeopardizing me, you done hurt me. So man, I'm gonna give you some time to go ahead and leave. If not, I'm gonna take it that we're in the fight, and then we got to deal with that, right?
Yeah.
So, seen another one. I had another guy. He kept calling this dude nigga by the side. He kept saying it, and
Mm.
the dude was getting. The guy was reacting to it, and then while we were doing the scene, as this young guy reacting, and it was seeming like
It was
it was just
out of left field. Yeah.
yeah, I
Like
left field, because you can't how you
yeah,
gonna
I
prove it,
can't.
right?
Yeah, I can't prove that
Right.
he's saying this to you.
Man, I looked at that one day, and I guess the dude thought that I had left and went out into the lobby. But for some reason, I stood there, and I saw him at the corner. Like it was almost like look up there. It's almost like yes, put it. It's almost like he was. It was like a movie. He looked over. He said he leaned in and said, "You nigger," and then ducked out. But when he turned, he saw me, and he like,
Oh, you got caught. You got caught.
Yeah, so the worst people to work with.
It
Yeah,
is.
yeah, they're the worst people to work with.
That cause the issue, and then hide their hand to make it seem like you the crazy one, but all the while they provoking you.
Yeah,
and behind the scenes. Yeah,
and it's toxic, man. Because look, we talk about this kind of stuff because it just as much as the people who just as much the people who hold on a second here. Just as much the people who make the workplace better, these people who bring these situations in and make it's toxic, make it just more. I don't want to be there, or
you could tell.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, what about like relationship toxicity?
Workplace relationships do not work. I would not advise them.
Man, I think
I would not advise them.
You almost have to be literally married
already, something like that, like coming in or something. Man, but no,
we're gonna have to do a whole episode on that, right?
Like, yeah, I would not advise.
Yeah, man.
Bring your home drama to work, and it's just
Or it could be in that, you're not dating somebody at the job, but you arguing with them when they coming up there arguing with you.
I've seen that too.
Want to fight everybody in there because she didn't answer a text, or
he didn't answer. I'm like, he's at work, or she's at work, and they think it's something else. Like, no, I'm just that busy. But I have to come in between couples. I'm like, hey, he's at work, honey. You gotta go.
Yeah,
you gotta go.
So we're gonna do a whole episode on that, y'all. That's coming soon. All right. So yeah, let's go ahead and
put some of these videos.
Want to look. Do this real quick. Sorry, I'm way on the other side of this. Second here. Sorry, trying to get this together here. So Brittany, you tell me something? I didn't told you.
I've also my honest on truth. I've seen the people come to work drunk, but they kind of work better. That's the crazy part. Like I could come in, I smell the liquor on you. I'm like, what is going on? I've seen them home, but I've seen them actually do the latter. I don't know if they go and like break and come back, but I've seen it to where maybe it enhances them some kind of way, or maybe they are functioning. I don't know, but I've seen it turn for the other way. So, which is not good because at the end of the day, you come to work underneath any influence, you are putting other people at risk because your reception time, your reaction time is going to be delayed and off. And you're putting everybody at risk. So I would not advise to ever come to work on any substance, whatever it be, smoking or drinking. Come to work sober because it's in your policy handbook and for the safety of everybody around you. So I've seen that go either way. But yeah. And sometimes toxicity come in from the manager. It starts from the head, I believe. If the manager comes in toxic, the team goes toxic. That's just how that goes. That's why I am keen on coming in with a positive attitude and leading my team the right way. So I set the tone and we go from there. I agree with that. So yeah.
Hold on a second. Let me get this together here.
Been getting our videos. Give you a couple of videos of toxic stuff in the job.
So this is
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Real food. Pork chop look good. Look at that. Get into it.
Pork chop.
I make my fellas. They use pork chop. What is chicken at, bro?
Hold on.
We didn't get to the chicken already cooking. Let's get to the chicken already cooking.
Hold on a second. No. So number one, you bring outside food and you putting that stuff up there. Hold on a second here. We got a shout out to Pondy Pearl.
Hey, Bess.
I'm here supporting y'all. Hey, you tell the truth. Now, if you walked into a restaurant, a McDonald's or whatever, and they were back there cooking pork chops, come on.
I want a sandwich.
You want a sandwich?
I want a sandwich.
Oh, okay,
I want a pork chop
sandwich. Okay. But
you should. It's not safe for because people have allergies. You don't know what your seasonings may do to somebody else. It might work for you, but hey, if I got high blood pressure, you got to coat it with salt in there. That's not generic salt. You can make me sick. So that I've seen that before happen too. Not a good idea because it can backfire.
Yeah,
it can backfire. It can backfire. Someone can get sick and y'all in trouble. Like, well, I saw y'all. Now your whole crew in trouble.
Yeah.
I was like, what is that? Oh, it's my home. I said, no, you didn't cook your home food in here.
Well, so I'm starting a food truck. I just needed a place to cook it and get me some new customers, right?
No, not my job. Because I'm going, I didn't agree. I ain't in it. I love you, sis, but I'm going to have to.
Man, yeah, I was in there. Hey, shout out to Jenna and what's up, sis?
Hi, Jen.
What's going on? What's going on? The second best domino player out there. What a third?
Don't do that. You know how she is. Don't do that. Don't do that. I support you, Jen. I ain't doing it.
Okay. All right. You have an advocate over here. You have an advocate on this side. So I ain't gonna say nothing about it. That was cool. That was a fluke. That just happened, right? Okay. So what's going on? But that's what I mean by when I say toxic, like y'all doing stuff that y'all ain't supposed to do. So what happened? So what happens to the people who back here who is trying to do the right thing?
Yeah.
You put them in a spot where they gotta use some what did she say?
She said don't start. I'm saying
let's not do this today. Okay, we won't. We're gonna stick to these toxic, crazy people over there cooking pork chops and McDonald's.
And chicken pork chops and a lot of chicken.
Okay. All right. So So and then you got, like you said, it's people with allergies. You can tell. Like for me, I can tell if you cook meat in that grease, like it's still in there. You know, it's just a taste to it. It's kind of like
if they're vegan, you can get sick. You've gotten sick before eating the
So, man, So let me look at one more over here. Hold on a second.
The big pork chops.
Let me know if y'all can hear this right here.
Don't look like this good ass fries. They ain't gonna lie to
They can't tell on.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that thing. Here we go.
At least he got his money.
So,
Let's play it again because it's choppy. We only.
This is what happens when you don't get paid for a month.
Oh, he didn't get paid.
Going out the fries. Where's the yellow stuff, babe? He done tore the whole freezer up. That's the freezer or the fridge.
That's a freezer. So he didn't get paid.
Mm-hmm.
So he made the decision
To vandalize
the whole place. I get it. He probably felt very satisfied in that moment. But how you gonna go a whole month? How you gonna show up a whole month
and not get paid? I wouldn't have came back after week 2.
A month? No, yeah.
Well, no, after week 2, I'd be like, okay.
On payday? Yeah, no, man.
Where's my money? We don't work for free. I don't work for free, baby. I either gotta be paid in experience or in money. One of the two.
Man, let's look at this thing again. Hold on a second here.
God, he being torn. Who is the put all that up? I feel sorry for them too.
Hold on, pause it for a second.
At least he got his money.
Yeah, pause it real quick. Just press it. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
The damages he caused it's not gonna be worth his check. I'm just saying the register alone.
Yo, he got the cord on. He got the cord on.
He got the cord. And through the monitor, so it's probably cracked. It's probably cracked, and he took all the money out of the till. I guarantee you, in his check, even if he did get paid, it's gonna go all to that.
Man,
it's gonna go all to that.
Because now they're gonna put it as a theft. Now they're gonna put it as a theft and say, hey, no, he actually he actually did get paid, and here go the records, blah blah blah. Yeah.
I'm thinking being upset and frustrated. I get that, but that ain't the way to handle it.
Okay, she says a hiring failed. So you saying it's okay? There was signs. Okay, wait. Okay, that's a point. She said there was signs, but did not get paid for a month.
That's a long.
So there was some warning sign that said we shouldn't pay him. So I'm like, okay, yeah, you have to hop on here. I'm gonna ask this one. That's a good question. So if there was signs that it was a hiring, so we hired the wrong dude, obviously. Right? Now, is he wrong for snapping, or are they wrong for not paying him for a month? Or he just
because even as a manager, even if the good people from the weak people, you cannot choose who you're going to pay and not pay. That's the law. Okay. Yeah. So I don't have that option. Oh, well, she's a good one. I'm gonna give her all her check, but sorry, now you get half your check. No, you pay me what I work.
Let me do this right here.
You pay me what I work, and that's that. And that's that. That's the law.
I'm gonna copy this link and put it in here for y'all.
So yeah, they hired the wrong person, but
There we go. That way, if anybody want to hop on, you can. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. They had the wrong person because this person obviously did not think it through, and I'm pretty sure he felt justified in that moment. Yeah, y'all want to mess me over. Y'all hurt me. I'm gonna hurt you the same way. Mm-hmm. But man, it's other ways to do that. Yeah. Number one, after the first paycheck come, yeah.
Deuces.
I'm
not gonna keep working for another week.
With all that stuff that's on there.
But we don't know what they promised him either. Maybe they promised him a double check since he's getting paid. Maybe. Well, since we didn't pay you the first 2 weeks, you'll get a huge check in the month.
But if you look at all that stuff, it looked like if you look at all that stuff, it looked like a lot of work.
I mean, a lot of effort into sabotaging them.
Well, I'm talking about just okay. Let me show you how to go hit all the time. I'm teaching you at the same time here, and it'll go back. Hold on, it'll go back and forth between the stream there and where you at. That way. So, all right. So let it play one more time. I want y'all to see this.
This is what happens when you don't get paid.
That's a whole lot of food. And why is the food already on the ground? You see that?
You being a manager.
What? You okay? Like I see a hiring fail. That means y'all hired the wrong manager because look, the food was on the boxes, not the ones he was throwing out. The other boxes were on the floor, which we all know that you got need to get 6 inches off the ground. That's standard. She said, "What in the action?" And cut the credit card machine.
Did it register over?
Yeah, man. By the time they started lacing him up with what's going on here.
Hey, Mom.
Hey. Hey, you see this craziness that they got going on? They not paying. So, okay. For everybody on here, do y'all think more of the blame is on them not paying him, or it's on him for snapping like this for not getting paid? Put a 1 in the chat if you think it's more of the person snapping's fault. The more that's who you looking at more. Hey, no, he should have handled it better, regardless of him not getting paid for a month or not. Yeah. I know what I think about it. I wonder what y'all think about it. So let me know. Was the worker right, and we just hired the wrong person, or do we have a bad case of leadership? Okay, got a 2. So Jenna says you got a 2s in the chat. I'm seeing 2 so far. So you think it's bad leadership? Bad leadership. Okay. I agree with that part because again, like you said, you're looking at food on the floor first. You can't hire people and not pay them, and like I said, even with saying that part, there are certain stories that are being written that will be available one day. So, let's just say on that part. So we take making sure you get paid very seriously. So, and that's one of the quickest ways to decrease morale. You start messing with people's pay.
Yeah.
You start messing with people's money. You telling people that
another 2 bad management.
Yeah, right here. That's awful, but there are better ways. There are better ways. It's bad management. You're right. Absolutely right. It's bad management. It's hard enough out here too. You made sure your check was right. When you got your check, you looked at it. I'm pretty sure whatever level of management that you in the fast food, when you looked at your check, you made sure your check was right. Right?
A double check.
I don't care. Yo, we say, where is my check? That's what's right. Yeah, where is my check?
Yeah, that's what management.
Yeah.
They failed him.
It failed him. And then like you said, they probably fed him off. Oh man, it's in the mail, man. But look, we're gonna make up for it.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Because who else would come back? I would not come back to there
for week 2.
For week 3 of week 3 or so. I'm gonna get this big old fat check in a month. I'm ready. I'm like, where is my money?
Man, and you living with somebody, you like, look, man, I'm gonna pay you on this day, man. Trust me, thank you for letting me hang out with you. But
appreciate it. Yeah,
I'm trying to work my way up through the company, man. My first check will be on here. Or You know how it is fast food. Somebody on parole or something, they got to make sure they got a job. Hey, that's
And
real.
that is
That is
real.
some
That's a
real
real
like
thing.
common
That's real
deal,
stuff.
you know. Or maybe that's for he went to get him a second job to pay for some medicine or a procedure for his
Yeah.
baby. You
You
don't
don't know
know none of that stuff.
what the situation is.
And
Yeah.
I say, who cares what it's for?
Yeah.
I work. Where is my check?
Where's my money?
Where is my money? I showed up for the work. The check needs to show up in my account.
In my hand. I know. In my counter, in my hand.
Not being mailed. Back in the day when they used to mail checks.
I
I remember I worked at a call center, and somehow or another the checks didn't show up on that day. Man, them was overnighted. Them was right away.
Better for have a riot.
Man, right. It was always right, man. Look, you talking
Mhm.
about 300-400 people in a call center.
This job has been the worst experience of my life, so I'm going to quit in the minute.
All right, so when I get you to play this, I'm gonna have you play, okay? Here you go, sir. Yeah. All right. Y'all ready?
Another vid for you guys.
Go ahead and play. Let's check this one out.
Feeling unhinged. I haven't taken my medications today. I've never been treated as badly as I have been at this job here. This has been one of the worst experiences I've had in my entire life. And I'm telling you right now, this starts from the top, okay? I'm not just saying that. Somebody from corporate came in today. And I greeted him. You know, I was very kind to him. I didn't know he was from corporate. This man was so rude to me. I've never experienced somebody so rude to me for no reason in a work environment in my entire life. Like, I thought I was like going crazy. And my GM has been rude to me all day. And
Okay. We'll let him finish.
He's having a rough day. Sounds
Have
like
a rough day. Like you showing up and you're doing all of this work. You showing up doing all this work and you get a higher up. Man, we talking about management, right?
Yeah.
And you say management, right? Here it is. You get somebody higher up coming into your place where you're working and just start shitting on people. Well, you know,
True.
doing the number twos.
And you already know when higher ups come in, everybody's on edge anyway. You're not your normal self. So you're trying to overdo, over project, like, so everybody's already on edge. Oh, hey, they're here. Be careful. Don't do this, don't do that. I'm like,
but what happens like this?
And then when he comes in and you rude,
you be rating people.
Man.
Oh, you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me that higher ups come in and berate people?
Of course,
what?
They gotta show their.
You don't say.
I'm in charge.
You don't say.
Oh yeah, I've seen some come in sweet and come in and just fill the flow and give us importance, but some come in and just point out everything wrong immediately.
Okay, but I'm okay with the pointing out stuff wrong. I'm okay with that. Hey man, look, hey, you know, I'm seeing a lot of stuff that need to be addressed. Okay, that's cool. But when you start berating people, you start being racist to people.
Just blatantly rude.
Blatantly rude. That trickles down to everybody else.
It does. It does. There's no way to. It just makes the environment bad.
And I'm realizing it's because it's starting from the top down.
Yeah.
You know, this guy walks in from corporate and he just starts barking at people, rudely yelling, and just like being an overall ass to people for no reason. And then he leaves. And then everybody is just like left there like emotionally devastated. And then everyone starts being mean to each other.
Okay. Now, again, some stories.
This is what happens when you don't get paid.
1 second here. Let me get back over here where we were at.
This job has been the worst.
Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. A little technical difficulties here. All right. Yeah. So, stories for another day. But where he started talking about the higher up coming in and leaving everybody emotionally with distress. Hey, now without going into the details in your life,
Yeah.
have you experienced something like this?
Yeah.
How did it make you feel? Now it's a good time. How did it make you feel when that person
And
left?
yeah, you shouldn't. I mean, I
Ha-
know your job is to come in and to see what we need help and improvement on, but I should leave with a sense of okay, yeah, we can
But
come
how did
to.
it make you
How do I
feel
feel?
that day?
It should. I'm sorry. How it should make you feel. Hey, okay, I got sense of urgency. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this, but I shouldn't leave looking like, dang, he just give me a KO, knock me out. I'm like, I'm not doing nothing right.
So you
I
felt
felt like all the efforts that I have put into this company was worth nothing. Is worth nothing. So I'm like, okay, that's not how you're supposed to leave your team looking like I come in with my suggestions, but you leaving us like, here, foot on neck, y'all suck, bye. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then and in that situation, from what you can from your in your experience,
hmm
do you is there anything that you can think of that would have justified that person doing
Not
that?
at all.
Okay.
No.
You know,
No. It's not at all justified. We were celebrating a win.
okay. So you know
So
it's
I'm like, I thought you would come give me a hug. Good trophy, you
oh
know?
so
I was a celebratory visit. That's what I thought.
so you got a visit
Yeah, after a win
after a win,
and got
man.
bashed.
Toxic. Toxic, right? You know, I've had that I've had those situations, you know, where they come in and they're like, hey, I had one manager that took over a store. Let me go back here. Let me go back to this part. Here, so here, before I get into him, read a couple of these right here. The rudeness from the jump is an indicator of that person's own personal stuff.
True.
Okay, so you're right. Just from this jump, that means that just the just rude, like you hear, like I said, Pondy said, just rude. So they coming in, especially if you have a win, like there's something that generally everyone would be celebrating, right?
Yeah.
And someone comes to berate you at the beginning from the jump. That's just again, it does indicate them and how a horrible person that person would be.
And they already had a motive. They had a
Yeah,
motive coming
that's a
in the
motive
door.
to come
Yeah.
in. Now, whatever that motive would have been, it could have been, somebody cut me off in traffic today, so I'm gonna make sure you feel it, right? So, but again, we're watching this story on Instagram, and we're seeing that it's not isolated. This has happened, and even when I go back to the let me go back to the if you look at the there's even a comment on there from like Brian God.
Brian
Shout out to
Goddess.
Brian Goddess, man. If y'all haven't heard her poetry, man, Brian Goddess
Yeah.
is funny and good. So
Beast.
by the way, so she's one of our supporters. That sounds about right for the food industry. So like I said, and I said, I can attest to that. We can both attest to that. And again, all stories haven't been written. Like these are all real stories. So how things end up, in life, it's one thing. So, um, my best thing, I said, we talk about management. Give me 1 second. Yeah, gotcha. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for y'all patience on that. So that's just letting me know that we'll say that stuff another day, right? But the one I am going to tell you, I have a manager that I was coming in and pretty much they were going through different RM store managers, and as a team leader, I was pretty much holding down the store as a manager, like just kind of gluing it together at that time. In between, and there was a manager who got hired. First day come in, she says, well, hi, who are you? I said, I gave her my name. She said, well, what do you do? I'm like, well, hold on, can I put my bike? I was riding a bike to work. Can I put my bike down? Hold on 1 second. Well, hey, this is what I'm doing. I normally do this and that, and I said, well, the last guy, he was training me for an assistant. Well, I don't need no goddamn assistant. You ain't gonna be no assistant. And plus two, you got to cut your beard. Like, man, I just met you. And I was like, no, because I looked at the rule. I know the rules. So he said, no, you gonna cut your beard, blah, blah. I'm like, I ain't just met this person. Now, well, I guess when she found out that I was correct, and this time I was plaiting my beard up. I had like little old plaits everywhere. Remember that shit?
I remember.
I ain't care. So I was doing all that. So when I was at work, I didn't care. Yeah, you want me to work? I'm gonna work. That's it. That was the end of that. But the crazy part is, this same manager would come to work maybe 15 hours a week.
Lucky this manager.
And I was pulling like 70 hours a week. I was loving the overtime, but she never was there. Y'all shorthanded, and she would literally leave out the back door.
The manager?
Out the back door and leave two of us in there. And we look around, where old girl go? Man, we heard a little sound effects in the parking lot. She gone. Now, when she did come to work, she was trying to flirt with the dudes in there.
Oh,
you remember that?
Now I see. Okay,
now,
like who you?
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Baby, yeah, she caused a lot of issues with that because some were couples there, and it was drama.
Toxic.
Drama. Like, why'd you bring that here? Drama, man.
Yeah, I bring this toxicity into the workplace.
Yeah.
It's unacceptable. Like, whether it's coming from a co-worker, y'all peer, or it's worse coming up from a higher up, because the higher up, it's inherent, especially if you're getting a level or two above, right? You start getting up there a little bit, right? Yeah. Yes, please. Yes. Thank you. Let's say that again. Guys, don't forget your thumbs up the live. Yes. Thank you. Yes, Pondy. Thank you. Y'all hit the free. And guess what, y'all? It's free. Don't tell nobody. No, don't tell nobody it's free.
It's free.
People gonna want to hit that like button, because you know how people is, man. They be trying to be like me, right? All right. So I don't know, man. So yeah, this is and this toxic stuff coming from back to what I was saying about the higher ups. You know that they have that power to yank you out of there and fire you at any given moment, right? Yeah. So you really trying to bite your tongue, because at the end of the day, corporations sometimes choose 99.99% to protect their own selves over
the right thing
to do. Now, you'll get a 0.01 or 2 here and there.
Yeah, they'll get to throw you a bone every now and then.
Every once in a while, right?
Throw you a bone,
but it'll be later on, hey, remember that bone I thought?
And even yours. It ain't even yours to begin with. You think you're ahead, but you really ain't.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Now, you remember I gave you a bone
last time.
13 weeks ago, so I'm going to need you to do this overtime. I know you had your wedding plan this weekend,
but you got to
graduation. Your parents' 80th wedding
anniversary. Oh my God!
Your parents got a 80th birthday. They 120 running in circles around, but you can't come.
You can't go
because remember last week, man. I gave you 20 cents on your raise, man.
20.
20 cents, y'all.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, so I want to do one more thing. I think it's gonna be fun too. We're going to our last video that we put up.
Yeah.
From this past week, I want to review it. Now we're not gonna look at the whole thing, of course.
Yeah, let's look at the whole thing.
Look at the whole thing.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Let's look at the whole thing.
Well, so All right.
It's a really funny one. It's
Okay,
a funny
so we'll
one.
look at the whole
Look
thing.
at the whole thing.
Look at the whole thing. All right, ready? So I think I got us at a good starting spot. Let me know if y'all should be able to see this. So what I'm gonna do here. If you go here. And y'all that know me, you know we learning at the same time. So let's go here. If y'all haven't seen this, like I said, go
Check
back
it out.
Go back and check it out.
Go
Watch
check it out.
Come in. I won't be able to come in today. I'm not feeling too well, Sarah.
Why you didn't put on a mask?
Oh, it's not that. I have a hangover from last night. Oh, you should have seen it. It was beautiful. Sarah, you should have seen it. It was so big. I had it in my hand, Sarah.
Do I want to know what you had in your hand? No, I don't. I don't even want to know what you had in your hand, sir.
I'll tell you that, Sarah. Oh, me and my homies, we went to this strip club last night, and it was amazing.
This is not work appropriate talk, Jason.
It's like this stripper did something, man. She was up there, and it was like a tornado. She came down, and
no, there are children in the lobby. What are you doing?
It was kind of like a sexual breakdance.
Oh my God,
man, Sarah, you should have seen it, man.
You must still be intoxicated. Cause smell the alcohol on you still. God, did you shower?
Oh, we had time to shower. We had a good time last night. So yeah, the stripper doctor gave me an excuse. I'll be out for 2 weeks.
What doctor?
What is it? What is this you giving me?
Sir, that's an excuse. I said no. There you go. You can keep that. Do something with it.
Come look at this. Somebody come look at this.
Hey, 2 weeks. The doctor.
Stripper doctor? There's no such thing. And that's nasty. I bet that money has been.
Wait.
I don't even.
So
I would do something she do. I'm not touching that. Where's that money being? On who? On what sweaty body? On what sweaty? Nothing. I don't want this money, and you bring it to me.
And they in a family restaurant.
He talking about tornadoes, and I saw the tornado in there. I see the graphics. I saw get into the editing. I saw that, but no. No. Please take your excuse and keep it in your pocket, sir, for your memorabilia. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Wait, so you said stripper doctor? That is crazy.
What is that? That ain't no real thing.
It's a real story, and so it's crazy. Somebody actually got a note. What did he get? Like,
I wonder what the note said. What did I'm excused from work?
What does it say? Let's see here.
You smell it?
See? That's my handwriting.
Smell it. Wait, how you go somebody look like Sapphire handwriting?
Who? They got the name of the girl?
Yeah, Sapphire. You see that?
You can't take my note?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Weeks. The doctor prescribed that for
you
me.
smell it?
That's my handwriting.
Oh, they go to the same club. He know her name. He know her name because they go to the same club.
So how many of these so maybe she's a legit doctor. Maybe he threw his back out. Maybe it was just really good. He had a really good time.
And he after drunk and hungover, he didn't even.
Yeah, and showing up like, why would you even put that on
the counter? I'm just.
She's talking about smell it. That means
it has an odor. That's what that means. Because she's not even touching it. I applaud sis for not touching that.
This dollar has a track record.
Give me some some contact. Oh,
hey, the dollar has history. We didn't interview the dollar and see where this means.
Can't take my note.
Tongues away.
Can't take that. I don't know what that is, but you gotta.
It's like that she got her nose covered.
No.
I got 2 weeks off.
No.
This is my note.
2 weeks off. I ain't gonna get 2 weeks off
for a one night party. You that? No, you ain't that hungover, brother. You ain't that hungover. Go home, wash up. I see you tomorrow.
Man.
I see you tomorrow, brother.
It's on here. Of course, there are stripper doctors, but you can't see a better doctor.
I bet. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I wish somebody would bring a note in to my, man. Camp Fofanique last night, man. She
Oh, she old.
put
Can't
it-
vote for
can't-
Neek.
Can't vote for Nick. Put it down, man. Yeah, man. Let's see here.
Oh, okay. I'll give him that, Jen. I'll give him that.
That's where we going here?
I'll give him that, Jen. But
What is it?
no,
That's a
no.
part of his creativity.
That's fail. That's a fail.
That's a hey.
No, that's a fail for me.
But okay. So obviously, Sapphire out here writing doctor's notes because
For a few people.
for him to recognize the handwriting. Oh yeah, that's Sapphire handwriting.
What's it?
What is she doing? Everybody taxes up there too. She doing.
Yeah, she probably cashing in. She cashing in on tax time. She cashing in.
She doing.
She cashing in on tax time for sure.
He-
Thank you. Too much, mama. Too much.
He doing too much.
Go
Okay.
home and let's call it a day, baby. And that's it. That's it.
That's funny.
Go home and wash Sapphire off of you. Okay.
Sapphire, let's see here. Let's see how his hands up here.
You better go throw that back in whatever booty crack you got it from.
You keep this.
I don't want
You
it.
should have seen him.
Come on, because I just know some G string or something. No.
Oh man,
Come
shut up.
on. You ain't,
That was funny.
I like Sarah. Sarah doing her thing because I was
Oh,
not
man.
unacceptable, sir. Unacceptable.
Man, what did she say, man? That was funny. Hold on a second. Let me wind it here a couple of seconds back. Oh man, that was funny. Let's go back here a little bit. Sorry, I'm trying to learn how to do this with my left hand.
I don't want it.
Won't get time off.
No, you don't get time off.
I'm trying to go back and rewind this.
For being at the strip club.
Sir,
Don't you?
I got a
This-
hang. Sir, come on now.
No,
I got 2 weeks off.
no.
This is my month.
You better go throw that back in whatever booty crack you got it from.
You keep that, sir.
I don't want
You
it.
should have seen him.
I don't want
it.
Won't get time off.
No, you don't get time off for being at the strip club. Don't
Sir,
you?
I got a
This is
hangover.
a family restaurant.
Family.
You see the kids out there?
Well, sir, I guess.
Go home.
Look, and that's the second time she had to tell him that it was a family restaurant. That's the other part that I'm looking at. It's the second time she had to say it's a family restaurant. Like, you got to know where you're working too.
Mhm.
I mean, it's still bad as it was anyway, but you got to know where you're working. Like,
Yeah, be mindful, please. Don't come in with some crazy stuff, and you know, those kids overhearing you. You right, or in the line behind you, maybe.
Sapphire is magical. Somebody said Sapphire is magical.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah, man. I see, man.
Yeah, showstopper must be. Everybody know her. By
Everybody,
name.
everybody knows she a doctor.
Man.
She a stripper, man. She's out here healing the community, one person at a time. No.
No.
Oh.
Golly. You laughing? I know. Healing
That's
people
funny.
ain't no healer.
Yeah, healer. Man, that's
That's funny.
Y'all spending
That
some
feels
stuff
like,
real quick.
yeah.
Take a shower. Come on now. Get it. Take a dollar with you.
You can keep this.
Take your dollar with you.
Oh,
We don't want it.
Whatever.
No.
Oh.
Bye, Jason. Get out of here. Gosh. Jeez.
Man, that's crazy. And then the crazy part is the crazy part to me is she over here putting it out. She writing it on a dollar bill. So I'm pretty sure she getting 20s and 10s and 5s, but she write her
Yeah,
doctor's
she don't
notes.
get a big bill.
Yeah. Because she got a whole lot of clients.
Okay.
So she's a business person too, right?
Mhm.
So she's trying to make sure that she take her profit and loss.
However you try to spend, okay.
Toxic stuff, right, y'all?
Yeah.
Toxic, just coming up to the workplace, just doing any kind of way.
Yeah.
That is crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, no. I didn't hear some people calling in all kinds of crazy reasons, excuses, and you just bring extra drama. And then, and other part too. On a real note, she's saying, "Hey, quit talking about that in front of the children out here. You
Mhm.
see the children over here, like you showing up drunk, smelling like whatever it
Yeah.
is." Barely can't stand, look like you've been throw up and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
So you going through all that, and you at the workplace, you bring it extra bad energy in there.
Yeah, you are at the end of the day.
Yeah, because all it takes is one of the parents to say, "Oh man,
Complain.
one of their workers came up here drunk, was in there talking about Sapphire, and I could just see them calling in complaining, talking about they in here talking about Sapphire, and they need to leave Sapphire alone because she done brought me plenty of doctor's notes."
Or not. I'm gonna call corporate, and then we gotta deal with corporate.
Yeah, you got corporate.
Yeah, we got
like,
corporate calling us.
You're like, wait, they said, wait, who wrote the note?
Who up there drunk? Yeah,
oh,
it's just, yeah.
Oh, who was drunk? Okay. Wait, who wrote the note? Or Sapphire? Oh, well.
No,
okay.
corporate, but no, I would hang up the phone if corporate said Sapphire right there.
Sapphire? Oh, wait, let me guess. Sapphire wrote the note. Yeah, we look. Okay. Well, next week we having our company retreat, right? And she's doing the taxes for us, so we kind of.
I go ahead, trust Sapphire.
Sapphire? No, okay. So
Thank you.
Need to sanitize.
Throw the tongues away.
Man. Oh yeah. And why did she
throw the tongues in the trash? Because I'm not.
Yeah.
I was on the way. Anything that touched. Yeah.
You know we ain't supposed to have bleach in a restaurant, but that'd be the one time I have to get it. That'd be one time. Bleach it down. Man, and don't we'll mail you your check. Don't even come up here. It's gonna either be on the app or you're gonna get your check. Don't come up here. You ain't come up here. That man, you know what? And have you ever had people show up to work smelling like alcohol?
Yes, I mean reeking of it.
Reeking alcohol, reeking of weed.
Reeking of it.
Reeking of it. Like
you just
to the point where it's like, come on, man. Come on, in a restaurant, you working around a lot of hot stuff.
Yeah.
It's
sharp stuff,
slippery floors. Guys, is it? Jenny out here riding for Sapphire. Yeah, stop hating on Sapphire. No, look, Sapphire. Look, I get Sapphire is multi-talented. Like I said, she's a tax attorney. Paralegal, she's still going through, she working her way. She's doing this
part-time. It's not her real job, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How we go from toxic workplace
to Sapphire's occupation?
Huh?
Sapphire's occupation.
Because Sapphire used to work at fast food. So that's why. So she understands the struggle. So that's why she went ahead and wrote him the 2-week note, because she know how hard it is. She said, hey, after what we just did, or whatever what's going on here, you're gonna need 2 weeks off. So yeah.
No, Sapphire done.
No. Yeah. Sapphire in the streets, yeah, man. But yeah, that's crazy though, Sapphire. Now Sapphire, and you know that Josephine cousin, right? You know that Josephine did
Josephine is an 80-year-old woman. I don't know young Josephine.
Josephine is the one who showed up to work, and Sapphire, she took the other one.
The other route, okay.
Yeah, affirmative action is in, and she has to pay for college, right? She's trying to do something positive out here, right?
Okay, I get it.
And she's
get how you live. I ain't judging Sapphire. Hey.
Yeah.
Get how you live,
man. Yeah, now that's crazy. Hey, you know what though? Hey, you know what? Since you brought that up, affirmative action ending, it's on that particular note.
What?
Put that back up, please. Thank you, sir. If there was a reason that this affirmative action, or whatever you want to call it, was put in place, right? And if we can say there's a reason why someone had to force someone to follow these rules, right? Because in their hiring or in their business practices, they were being highly toxic by excluding certain people based on what they have in them. So we talk about the person, the district manager or the CEO or the financial director or whoever that comes in and it's just rude for no reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
All of this stuff is management, right? All this stuff is toxicity, right? It starts from the top. This is the part right here. We start talking about affirmative action, and yes, I'm pretty sure we are very aware. Yes. Gonna put that up there. Yes, said toxic, right? Because now this is where the toxic comes in, right? So you said, well, hey, we're not gonna hire enough of one group of people.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're gonna put some stuff in to make you have to hire people, at least this percentage of people,
Mm-hmm.
to make it more diverse, to make it a little bit more playing field. Because as much as they're trying to put it out of the history books, it is what it is. You can hide it, you can do whatever, but it still went down. Things happen, right? It's still happening.
Mm-hmm.
So for them to say, well, we're going to take away affirmative action, they're saying, well, now we don't have to reach out our hand to the people who have been most affected by our system without asking those people that were affected, hey, this plan that we put in place called affirmative action, do y'all feel like that you back balance yet? Whoever that affirmative action was supposed to balance things out with. Did anyone go back and say, hey, is it equal?
Mm-hmm.
Right? They just say, yo, man, we feel like we've done enough to make it that way. Now, another part of this affirmative action too is they say, well, by law, they're only going to hire a certain percentage. So we're going to keep, as long as we had a percentage here, we're within compliance, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then what that happens is at times, people included in that percentage tend to be more crab in the barrel like, because they know there's only so many people that's going to be added into that small percentage.
Mm-hmm.
And the more, sometimes people take the reaction that there's no more room for other people in this small percentage, so they act accordingly.
Okay.
So when you see it, the reason why I say that, it's all bringing up toxic things in the workplace, because now if I'm only going to hire certain people, I'm only going to do these certain things, or I'm only going to let certain people go to school to get these degrees to come in to be the manager, to be these things, to be in these levels of leadership, and where we talking about currently, where we got a lot of toxicity coming from. So why don't we teach other people to be better leaders? And so
mm-hmm.
we're not doing that. So this is saying we're going to take all of that away. And so now there is no rule.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have now. So now that percentage that they were forced to have to maintain, they don't have to maintain that, right?
The law's gone,
so that means that little percentage that they are so graciously decide to hand out.
Not even gracious, they're made to do it.
Yeah, well, no, they're not making them no more.
Now,
right?
Yeah,
they're not making them no more, right?
I know it was India.
No, it's India. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if now they're not making them have to do this,
they're not going to do
right?
it.
They don't have to, because so someone had to make you have to do this percentage, right?
Yeah.
So now what's going to happen between the dwindling amount in that group that's going to be left? Because now now it's really cutthroat. Now I don't have to keep all of you. Now I don't have to hire all of you. Now I don't have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
No, everything is equal and everything is fair, and so be it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So yeah, that was a good point. Thanks for bringing that up, because that's in, of course, that's the Supreme Court a decision in there, whatever they got going on,
mm-hmm.
right? But that's going to trickle down in other areas. It's just going to happen, right? So these minority, so-called minority diversion programs, where they're trying to bring extra people in, they go in. That is going to start going off because now you don't have to.
Yeah.
Right, and just bring more toxicity in, and I can say that in my experience, I can say, and I won't say past, current, either one. I'm just gonna say others too, and if you know me, then you know which one. I can say I have the experience of managing the most diverse store as far as employee wise in a company, in a nationwide company, a full nationwide company that you can find some of everybody working there. I'm going to hire, if you can work, come work. You want to come work, cool, right? But not everybody's going to be like that. So, so when we start talking about toxic management, you know, that's another trait of it. You know, gatekeeping, you know, that kind of deal. And I get it, you know, I definitely get it. You know, hey, you want to have the highest standard of people in there, but again, you know, that reason, that rule was there for a reason, right?
Okay.
It didn't just come out of the blue. So how should a good manager hire to keep their business right? So okay, we start talking about how what's think we're trying to say, how do you do hiring to keep it going, right? Well, one, that talk to people like they're normal. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that's one thing here. Talk to people like they're normal. When you're having an interview, all that tell me 3 times that you did some customer service. I don't hear all that. I'm talking to me how do you normally talk about situations? We're gonna talk that way.
Okay.
Right? And we'll get you comfortable to where you can just be yourself. You know, and I might ask you, hey, can you go? Hey, do you mind going wiping that table off for me right quick? I just want to see if they're willing to get up and do it. You know, just to help, or asking them, what are you trying to accomplish with your life? You working in the fast food, but what are you trying to get out of this? Tell me what it is for you. Are you trying to get a second job? Because at that point, now I can kind of figure out why you're here. Why are you here? Are you here to get training? Are you here just to get that second car, pay out some bills, a couple of debts that you're trying to get taken care of? That's one thing that I try to do as far as hiring good people.
Okay.
What really it comes down to instinct. In that first 5-10 minutes, you know.
Yeah.
Right. What do you think is something that you would do to make sure that you got a good person when you're interviewing?
I ask them about their goals and accomplishments. I could tell their energy at best if they have experienced stuff like that. But you can kind of tell because people in the interview can put on a face or facade. I know how to impress you, but once we get into the nitty gritty of it, I'm like, who is this person? So I don't. In talking, I'm just trying to see how you answer questions, but I'm more of I'll hire you because you got a good personality. You're not negative. You're positive. But me, the real putting comes in when it comes to the work. Because I know how to wow you, bedazzle you with my words, but I want to see your actual work ethic. And then I'm like, okay, I made a good choice. But I'm like, day 1 or 2, and it's like I'm like, I made a mistake. This is not you bedazzled me in the interview, but you got experience. This is what.
Do you and that's another point.
Yeah, how do you get past that?
So you do a probationary period. So what I do is one of the things I do is tell them, hey, your first 2 weeks, you're gonna work with me or my assistant or somebody I trust, right? And I explain it up front, and I make sure your first day you'll see my face. We're gonna walk through. We're gonna talk about any questions you got. I'm gonna lay down everything for you. what's this, what's that. You're not gonna retain all of it. I get it,
Yes,
but at least you can see what the fire extinguisher. Um, I do that. That's kind of my
Yeah.
deal. But I give them a couple weeks, and then I can kind of see, what stresses you out. And also too in that time, maybe my determination is I need a fryer person or I need a prep person, and that's why I'm gonna start you at. But really, that may not be your strong suit, right? So I got to determine for myself okay, in the first 2 weeks, am I starting you off in the wrong position? Maybe you'll get a service person, and I can get you comfortable there, and then I can transfer you to something else.
Yeah.
And that 2 weeks, I'm looking for you showing up on time,
Uniform.
how you look in your uniform when you show up on time. Okay.
Yes, I'm on
How you leave and how you leave your area when you go home. I look at all that kind of stuff. Sometimes I'll do this too in the first day or two, and I've had some recent excellent experience with this part. But as I'm training, I'll have someone to come up to me and ask a question, or I'll start doing something. I just want to see what you're gonna do.
How you react
when you don't have nothing to do. Nobody tells you what to do. I'm looking at that too. Do you grab a towel and start finding, not just start wiping just to look busy, really looking for stuff that looks dirt, hey, that could be improved. I'm looking for those things, right? That's kind of what best way to add into what you're saying.
Okay, yeah.
But it starts there. It starts at the hiring process too, and it's also another part is you have to be willing to say I made a mistake.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's okay, whether it's on a store manager level, or a company level. Like you can say, hey, maybe we made the wrong decision putting this field manager in charge.
Results ain't adding up. Yeah,
we getting too much, right? There's too many things. Or maybe I got the wrong, I hired the wrong team leader. Or I hired the wrong. Maybe that happened, right? It does happen. So you got to be willing to cut losses at that point too. Sure. So those are the best thing I would say. Just being a good manager. And again, that's just being a good manager. It's not talking about just being a great manager, and going over and beyond. That's a whole nother thing too.
Yeah, come move the chair.
Right. So we ain't gonna keep y'all over here too much longer here. I want to thank everybody for joining us.
In. Thank you.
For joining in. Like I said, we got a new episode coming out tomorrow. On our quarters, if y'all want to see quarters, so once we get to 500 views on quarters, I'm putting up part 2.
Oh, part 2.
As a part 2. So if you've seen it at the end of it, you know what I'm talking about. So go check it out if you haven't. So it's called Quarters. Again, all this stuff is real stories. So email us too. We're going to be sending links here soon. We're going to be working on this book coming out. It's on its final legs right now. So be prepared. So anybody, you got anything else you want to add in?
No, you had everything in the book. Okay. Yeah, got everything on the mail.
Good. Shout out to the team. Shout out to everybody. Yeah. So all the supporters, everybody that's out there. Again, hey, if you're interested, if you or somebody is interested in doing some acting or just kind of seeing how that would be, come let us know. Send us an email or reach out to us. We can work it out. Even if you want to be an extra, just sitting in the background or something. So just to see what it feels like. So definitely look into it if you want to. We have a lot of fun on these sets. We're doing these reenactments. So yeah, definitely reach out. Hey, until the next time, again, like we always say, I remember now to say, y'all. So for y'all that have greatness in you, just remember one thing: it's okay to be great.
Mhm.
Peace.
Peace.